It's lunchtime with Michael Cruz Kayne. Let's take a break, let's take a break, let's take a break. It's lunchtime with Michael Cruz Kayne. Let's take a break, let's take a break, let's take a break.
Please welcome to the stream, Michael Cruz Kayne.
Yes. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for watching Lunch with Michael Cruz Kayne. We've got a killer show for you today. We're talking about Taylor Ortega. We're talking about Devin Simone, Anna Cruz Kayne, and of course your boy Kuko, aka Kurt Cruz. Kurt, can you pop into the stream?
Oops, not me. There it is.
Oh, oops.
Oops.
There he is, guys. It's Kurt Cruz. You gotta love him. Kurt, aka Kuko, how you doing, man? What's good?
Just my cat is on my amplifier. She smells like a candle right now because she knocked over a lit candle on my girlfriend's laptop yesterday, and she got candle wax on her belly, and I could still smell the wax on her because it's a very scented candle. So,
What scent are we talking about?
I don't know. It's like one of those Etsy candles that's like supposed to smell like something, like.
Gotcha. It's like a mystery fragrance, but it's definitely something.
Mm-hmm, it's definitely something. Mm-hmm.
I love that. For all the people watching, I think I'm checking the numbers. It looks like we have 100 million people watching, so that's incredible. Mm-hmm. I'm having a problem with my voice. I'm losing my voice. I'm doing some of the exercises prescribed to me by Dr. Linda Carroll, my voice therapist, because mental therapy is not covered by my insurance, but voice therapy is. Here's one exercise you can see. I blow an ooh into this water. Ready?
Really?
I mean, where are you going to get that?
Wow.
Only on Lunch with Michael Cruz Kayne. I do that. And I guess it does something with it takes the pressure from the thing and it puts it back down the thing and it makes the thing do this better.
Can I do this with iced coffee?
You could try. And that's making your voice. That's it. Kuko, you're doing it.
That's
wow.
Awesome.
Okay. Oop. The numbers are popping up. We're at
up.
We're at 2.2 million. This is crazy. This is too many. I'm gonna ask some of you to leave. Actually. Okay. So I'd like to kick the show off with a little segment called "Things I Like." Kuko, do you have any music for "Things I Like"?
Let's try something here.
Okay.
Things Michael likes. Things Michael likes.
I didn't want that to stop. I wanted the whole show to just be that. Okay, wait. So here's my thing. I got to share my. Okay, I know how to do this. I shouldn't have to say it every time.
Bam. It is.
Okay, so first thing is I've been watching The Vow on HBO. Y'all, you got to watch this. It's so good. I think I've actually put too much of it in this video, but we'll just watch a little bit. The sound is a little low, but I'll tell you what she's saying if you can't hear it. Okay.
At that time, I was really sick. I had a really bad cough. Like a really bad, loud cough.
Okay, she's got a bad cough.
Mark asked me something like, what would you lose? This is an ESP framed question. What do you lose if you stop coughing?
Okay, the question is, what would you lose if you stop coughing? If you don't know, this is about a cult called Nexium. And someone just frames the question for her as, what would you lose if you just didn't cough anymore? Let's keep listening.
And I had the awareness instantly that I had linked sickness and attention. I was trying to get a boyfriend's attention.
Fun pick.
I was like, oh my gosh, my whole life I've been so sick as a means for attention. And the next day I got better right away.
I mean, the next day, one day she got better. My wife was always talking to me about mind-body connection and sickness. And this is the thing about this cult thing is I think you're supposed to watch it and be like, look at how crazy this is. Every part of The Vow that I watch, I'm like, well, that sounds good. That sounds reasonable. I would do this. Like I know that it becomes a horrible sex cult where people are branding themselves. And I think I would just stop. I would do it just like right up until then. I would stop right before that. I wonder if that's an option. If you could just be like, oh, I'm going to do all the stuff until.
It's like the cool part of a cult. That's like,
You're saying the branding is the cool part?
Well, no. Like before the branding.
You're into pre-branding too.
Pre-branding.
There's got to be a version of this that we can. Okay, I'm skipping to the next part of this. What's the next part?
And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, I can systematically evolve.
Okay, the sound is low on this. I'm embarrassed by how low I made the sound. I don't know how to fix it.
Well, that's the way I am. Like if I ever heard anyone go, well, I'm just not I'm just not a morning person. I'm like, that's just a limiting belief.
That's just a limiting belief. She's saying if you're a morning person, that's a limiting belief. The cult teaches you to erase all your limiting beliefs. I have to do this. I have to join. I know they're in court and being like all sent to prison, but I would love to do like a Nexium light, if that's an option. Something to Google for later.
When you recognize that everyone has limiting beliefs, you just walk around going, "No, that's a limiting belief. That's not true. That's bullshit."
Okay.
You can change that.
Limiting beliefs. All limiting beliefs. Okay, that's the end of this lady. Get out of here it's called The Vow on HBO.
Numbers 2, 7, 11, and 101 all have in common.
Okay.
These are all prime numbers.
This is Online Kind. She's on TikTok. She's a drag queen who teaches math, and she is amazing. This is a little thing about prime numbers. You can't really hear it because I made the sound so bad. I apologize to Kind and to everyone.
A number like this is prime. Well, you can tell by the last digit.
But she's just talking about the importance of prime numbers. Everybody should be watching her. She's gorgeous and a genius. So, and she's also good at disseminating the information. You know what I mean? Kuko, you could also, I think she's Filipino.
Really?
She look Filipino? Doesn't she look Filipino?
She does look Filipino.
Okay. And then this last bit, just something else that I really liked. This is Zendaya, or are we saying Zendaya?
I say Zendaya. I say Zendaya. I don't really know. I don't know.
You say Zendaya. I say Zendaya. Let's call the whole thing off. Is that a reference that you get, Kuko?
Say it again.
Forget it. Okay. Anyway, here we go. Sound again is bad here, but just watch how happy she is, and all the cast of characters in her home. Just delightful. Look, she's so pumped. Okay, you got Guy all in white. Mm-hmm. Always a classic. When everybody else is in black and the one guy in white, you love that. Then we've got Dog, and then look at lower right corner. You're going to see that person is in flip-flops. Flip-flops.
Wait.
The diversity of attire in this room.
Where are the flip-flops?
Not to mention, can you see the flip-flops? You can't see it really.
I can't see
all the way in the bottom right corner. He's wearing Adidas flip-flops.
Oh, those are comfortable. Are those the cloud foam Adidas? I love those.
Fantastic. Those were things that I like. Oh, the numbers have jumped again. I think we're at 2.5. Oh my gosh, I've been going on way too long. That's all of that has to stop. That's to stop completely.
Just 2.5 million viewers. That's awesome.
2.5 million. Yeah, that's good. Let's try and keep it steady at 2.5. The takeaways are the cult is 25% good. Okay, so I think we should give them credit for that. Mm-hmm. Zendaya has cool friends, no surprise. And Online Kind teaches math. Got to go. She's Filipina. She's the best. Okay, my first guest coming to the screen. Please welcome from Kim Possible, from HBO's Love Life, from my improv team, What I Did for Love, Taylor Ortega.
Oh, it's Taylor Ortega. Yeah. Taylor Ortega. Welcome to lunch.
Thank you. That
should mostly be the show. The show should be much less of me and much more of Kuko doing that.
Yeah, you can just do the show that's just that. That's just
a show that is just 40 minutes of Kuko playing music is probably what this show should be. The viewers have been emailing in and saying that.
The comments, that.
Oh, we just flipped. I think Kuko did that. I don't know how to do it. Whatever just happened, I don't know how to do it, so I'm just going to assume that it was done by Kuko.
Too much light in my background, but.
No, we love it. Taylor, what's the buzz? Tell me what's going on.
Okay, so not a lot, but I did go kayaking, which I think
talk about it. That's what we want. That's what the people want to know about outdoor adventures from Taylor Ortega, star of Kim Possible.
Yeah, so not a lot of people are doing that right now. Not a lot of people are kayaking right now, but I did go, and I don't want to
screw up your whole thing, but I did go kayaking like 10 days ago.
No, you're lying. Did you really?
Sorry. Yeah, I did.
Are you saying that, or you really went kayaking?
I promise you that I went kayaking. But I want you to have your thing. I don't want to take away from it.
Okay.
Because I'm sure that it is special in its way.
No, I think this is a crazy coincidence, and what I said is true, and most people aren't doing it right now.
Okay, fair.
I do a lot of the same things, and I think that is true. People that this isn't the only time that we've done the same thing. Often I will show up somewhere to do something, and you are also there to do the same thing.
That's correct.
That is actually really true. So I think that we don't need to most people aren't kayaking. We are, but most people aren't.
Okay,
so,
you're right. My bad.
You know what I mean? When you think about the statistics of it, I went and it was apparently on a very hard day to be kayaking. Like it was really windy and there was a lot of resistance. So I did find it difficult in the moment to kayak, but then I felt really good about myself because like I went with my sister and my aunt and my girlfriend and you know, we were kayaking really well.
Okay, which means what?
Like we were going really fast and we were like my aunt was like, if you guys need to turn around before we make it back to the house, we can turn around because I don't want you to not be able to make it back. Like that was the expectation, that we wouldn't even be able to like do the whole half.
Sure, but you were kayaking so well.
Yes.
Okay.
But here's something that I learned that I think it's important to share.
Okay.
Is, so I did go kayaking. I did a really good job. And I just want to say that I had taken an edible.
Okay.
Like, so I really think that should be also considered like, that's like, I did even double well.
Because you were kayaking so well and you were doing drugs.
Yeah. So number one. Number two, things took a turn actually way after kayaking.
Okay.
Hours and hours later. I shit myself and barfed.
Sorry, what? What about the barf now?
I shit myself and I barfed. That's real. I expended so much energy kayaking after 6 months of not doing anything. And I really thought I did a good job, but I think my adrenaline was just carrying me so that later when I sat and I had not drank enough water and I ate lentil soup for dinner. No. And then
That's all the time we have.
So be really careful.
When you say you shat yourself, what do you mean? You mean you were wearing clothes and then you pooped in your own pants?
I just had a feeling, everyone was having like dinner conversation and I had a feeling that I was gonna shit. So, but I also feel like you don't have to actually shit your pants for it to be shitting yourself. I think
right, good.
There's like an involuntary quality to like shitting yourself where it's like more shit than you wanted to shit, or like or it's painful, like that's like, or you know, you feel like sick. So I did that, and then during that barfed into my aunt's trash can, and then I hid it in my room at her house. I took the trash can with me to.
You hid the garbage. You wrapped it up.
And I brought it back to the bedroom where we were staying that I was sharing with 2 other people. So. And
you didn't puke. There was no puke. A toilet wasn't an option.
I was on the toilet shitting myself. I
see. It was the duo.
Yeah. So
this is going to be a very wide-ranging show.
Yeah. So just like honestly, what the message I wanted to spread today was, if you're back, take it easy because you don't probably usually do it, and drink water. I'm really trying to stay
water. Hydrated. Absolutely have to stay hydrated. It's so important. Yeah. I also want to point out that I'm pretty sure your mom friended me on Facebook right before this went live.
Yeah. And she knows that shit herself.
Of the 2.5 million viewers, your mom is like 1 million.
I told you my mom would watch. She always watches.
Huge.
Our Amazon stuff, she watched all of that, and that was just selling vacuums.
It was incredible. I love Amazon. Jeff Bezos is my dad. I have not a single negative thing to say about Amazon, and that is not because I signed a contract saying that I can't say anything negative about Amazon, because even if I did sign such a contract, I wouldn't be able to say that I did.
You shouldn't sign that. You shouldn't do it. Anyway,
Where did you go kayaking? Where were you?
So my aunt actually lives on the Chesapeake, basically. So like there's a dock behind her. Yeah, it's pretty nice. There's a dock behind, but it's also the middle of nowhere. It's a crazy place. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, there's a dock behind her house, and you can just take the kayaks right out onto the bay that way.
Spectacular.
But you have to be careful.
It sounds like being careful is very important. Your mom in the chat. Yes, period. I'm watching, period. Mm-hmm. No exclamation point. Not an emoji.
No.
Mom is serious right now.
When I told her I barfed, I thought she was going to be like, oh, are you okay? Like, are you, oh no. And she didn't really care.
Was she mad?
That I barfed? No,
Yeah.
I mean, no one was mad. If
Like,
anything,
my kids are pretty young, but I think at this age, when they barf, I am concerned, but I'm also like, come on.
why did you barf?
Yeah, like, let's not.
This one was on me. I did have that feeling when I was barfing and shitting that people were gonna like come check on me, and I don't like attention when I'm doing that. And I was like, oh my God, they're gonna come in here at any minute. I'd be like, where have you been? What are you doing? They were all out on the dock, stargaze, like watching the stars, and like.
Which I think is what you're supposed to. If you've taken a vacation to the Chesapeake, I think most people are like, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to take in nature. I'm not going to entertain Taylor while she empties her entire body.
Yeah, I just thought they'd be worried. I thought more people would be worried, but my own mother was just like, oh.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had, or at least not, it's been a while since I've had, you know what? I had kidney stones recently, which is very cool. Have to change my diet, not in like a cool way, but so that I don't pee out rocks. That's the age that I've reached.
What is the food that you were eating that was making you do that? Because I don't want to eat
like
it.
Salty stuff. If you eat too much salt and not enough water, that's the big thing. Not enough water. But they gave me more.
We have to start.
We have to stay hydrated. You were right. But they gave me morphine, and I've never had morphine before. And my wife was like, you got to be careful because you're, quote, opiate naive, which felt hurtful, even though I think it's actually nice.
Your body doesn't know about what.
My body doesn't know about drugs. I took morphine, and I was not in a good way. The morphine was worse than, I wish I had not taken it.
Does it make you?
It made bad things happen. Yeah, bad things happen. And it was an omnidirectional bad thing happening pill.
Do not tell you that about morphine or anything like that. They just make it seem good all the way.
I would say no part of it was good. I did not like it. It certainly mitigated my pain, but a lot of it was have you ever had kidney stones? I'm sure you haven't.
No.
It hurts really bad. And it's also like, it's humiliating because when you actually pee out the stone, it is so small. It's very emasculating to know that.
I've only ever heard of men having them, actually. In my personal life, the people I've known who've had kidney stones have all been men.
Well, you're probably also friends with a lot of male comedians whose diets are like 94% chips.
Yeah, probably.
That's what I eat. I eat mostly chips and then weird beef products, and so
I wouldn't expect that.
It's not good. I mean, my wife Carrie's always like, don't eat that. It's bad for you.
Number one reason why I wouldn't expect that.
Yeah, you would think that she would be enough to stop it from happening, but I'm pretty hard-headed when it comes to eating garbage. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I too like to eat garbage, but I don't think anything should stop us. I just feel like we do need to, like, drinking water is so simple, and yet when you don't do it, you shit all over yourself. But also I think it's hard to do, and we need to give ourselves credit for that. I never want to do it.
I tried to drink, so I looked up how much water I'm supposed to drink. It's 100 ounces. I felt like I was drowning myself.
A lot.
It's too much. I was like, maybe I should. It's a no-win situation.
I feel like people are also not going to be understanding of you having to use the bathroom that much. Like,
nor is your own body. You're like getting up 20 times at night to use.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Listen, Taylor, I gotta let you go because I have other guests and of course tons more segments and like all these millions of people watching.
But we are story out. So
what's that?
And I've pretty much gotten my story out. So
yeah, I think we've like fixated pretty well on the pooping and the barfing. Yeah. I did want to say that we're gonna end with just a little game I like to play.
Okay.
Where if you guess the correct number between 1 and 1,000. We are going to donate $25 to the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition, which helps people who have convictions re-enter society. You know what I mean? Including like restoring voting rights to them and all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 1,000. If you get it right, we will donate $25 to the FRRC, whose little website is across the ticker there right now. Give it a shot.
637.
637, you said?
I said 637.
That is correct.
Yeah!
Incredible.
I was going to get it.
Incredible.
I was going to get it the minute you said it.
A lot of people don't have that confidence. I think that's how you got it.
I was like, don't change it. Stick with it.
Belief. Taylor Ortega, thank you so much for doing this. You can find Taylor Ortega like everywhere, on the internet, on the TV, on the thing. Just Google her. She's great and amazing. Thank you for doing this, Taylor.
Thanks for having me. Bye, Mom.
Bye, Mom. That was Taylor Ortega. She was delightful. Kuko, you there, bud? Kuko's on audio only. Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
I just wanted to check in with you because I missed you.
I missed you too.
I'm going to do this quick other segment, and then we get to other two guests because they're already in the waiting room, and I want to make it happen.
Make it happen.
Okay, so our next little segment, which we did last week, was a huge success. We actually were not able to procure a single sponsor from this last time, but this is people who don't sponsor us.
People who don't sponsor us. Sponsor us.
Incredible. Gorgeous. Thank you, Kuko. I really appreciate it. This particular set of items that were curated by my daughter, who noted that none of these people sponsor us at the moment. I'm going to go through them super quick because we got guests to get to, and it's very important. But if you wanted to sponsor us, I don't even know how you would do it, but something to think about. Okay, so the first one my daughter picked out, these are Lysol wipes. You guys remember these from the beginning of the pandemic, and you're still doing it now. Don't forget, even though it's maybe not transmissible that much by fomites, Google it. My wife explained to me what those are. So why are we wiping the stuff down? Wipe down the counter. Your counter's disgusting. It's gross. Lysol wipes. Okay, that's one. This is a Morphe. It's a bike helmet that's collapsible. See that? Open it up. And easy to carry. You put in your purse if you have a purse. You just put it over your shoulder.
I'm gonna buy one of those actually.
It doesn't cover that much of my forehead, like this part.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure like whether I would stay alive, but it does definitely give me the feeling of having worn a helmet. They don't sponsor us yet. Morphe or Mophie or Morpher, if that's the name of your company, reach out. Nintendo Switch, not currently sponsoring us. As far Kuko, right?
That's crazy. I don't know why they're not sponsoring us.
Yeah, I thought they were, but they're actually not. Along with everyone else, they actually are also not sponsoring us. I play Super Smash Brothers on here. I try to keep it down to like 10 or 20 hours a day.
Oh, cool. Let me kick your ass.
And my kids just whoop my buns. Would you kick my ass? Is that what you said?
I don't know. I might kick your ass.
I don't think you would. I think like I get in there with the Ken or Ryu, the Street Fighter guys. Okay. I'm kind of unbeatable. And then last but not least of the people who are not sponsoring us, this is Dove Original Clean. I'm pretty sure this is a deodorant for women, an antiperspirant. Mm-hmm. But I use it myself, and I will tell you that on me, Dove, if you're listening, does not work. It's not effective. I smell terrible, even with this. Also, in fairness to them, I don't think anything works on me. I am impervious to antiperspirants.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's the end of that segment. Should we come out with some music, Kuko, at the end? Should we end it with a little? You want to put a little music at the end of it?
I can do the same thing I did before.
Okay.
There was people who don't sponsor us but should. I'd kick MCK's ass in Super Smash Brothers.
Wow. Okay, that's not right. What you threw at the end is not good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Coming up, we got a very close friend of mine. So close, in fact, that she petitioned to become my sister and was successful. Anna Cruz Kayne. We have like literally 1 minute with you. Anna, are you there?
I'm here, Mike.
What are you doing on? What's up? I love you. Hi.
Hi. I'm gonna go give chicken to this lady who lives in this building.
Chicken to the lady.
Chicken to the lady. I love that.
What's the lady's first name? Do you know?
Her name is Marilyn. She lives in 16B. Don't call her.
Okay, wait, too much info. We're gonna have to blur out 16B. I don't even know what. I said it too. Oh my gosh, we're all going to Marilyn's house. Chicken dinner. Wait, where is the chicken coming from?
It comes from something called World Central Kitchen. Get a load of this. Ooh, chicken and potatoes and corn. Chicken and potatoes and corn.
That's fantastic. Chicken, potatoes, and corn. Anna Cruz Kayne. I actually have to go because my next guest is ready. She's locked and loaded in the waiting room. But this was really beautiful. I love you. I love you. Mabuhay. Salamat.
Mabuhay.
Adios. Boop. Okay. Time of our lives. We live the dream. Our next guest and our last guest, who is big timing it from on location someplace, is my close personal friend, Devin Simone. Kuko, you got some music for her?
It's Devin Simone. It's Devin Simone, yeah. It's Devin Simone. Give it up for you. Welcome to lunch, Devin Simone, yeah, yeah.
Wait, I don't hear
she's
you.
muted.
Oh, wait. Hang on. I got you.
Oh.
Wait, you chose to. It says you chose to mute. It says I can't unmute my guest.
I did.
Yes.
I did want to meet
That's
myself.
a beautiful
Thank you,
choice.
Foucault. That was an amazing song. That's my jam. No,
That's
like,
it.
That is.
Devin, where are you?
You know, this is a testament to how much I love you. I am at a beer garden right now because I have friends in town. I'm waiting on my wings. I think I see them coming out. I am here drinking. I don't drink beer. I don't like it, but I'm drinking some Riesling thing. There is traffic in the background, and I'm sure I am pissing the servers off because I am occupying one of their precious tables, like by myself when my group is over at another table. But you know, you got to do what you got to do for MCK.
Hey, listen. Just so you know, the show totally endorses if you want to eat chicken wings while this is happening, you are very empowered to do that. This is the first episode where no one has eaten during the show. Just so you know.
I feel like given what's the state of the world right now, I don't want to perpetuate stereotypes by being the black person eating chicken in the middle of your show, but I appreciate that.
That's very sensitive.
Yeah, I want to be thoughtful. I like to be thoughtful. You know, in everything that I'm doing. Yes.
Devin, I wanted to ask you because one thing, aside from the fact that you are a fantastic host, a charismatic personality.
Thanks.
Oh, glasses off. I also know that you are a professional matchmaker, and can I talk to you about that for a second?
You can. I am a matchmaker and dating strategist. People come to me for advice on how to help their love lives.
Okay,
improve their love
we've got almost at this point 5 million people watching. My question for you is, how do people, if you're trying to date people now, right, in apocalypse times?
Yeah.
How is that even possible? What do people do now?
So people are getting creative. Obviously, the apps, which I know people love to hate, and I understand, but they're there for you to use. But also matchmaking. The people who know this is like an inside secret that has been, it's like the best kept secret forever. Like matchmaking is not for old people. It is not something just from 1912 or the 1700s. It's something very much that young people do now. Because basically we do the work for you. So, and matchmaking doesn't always have to cost. Like we have a whole free section. You can go to 3dayrule.com/Devin, DEVYN. That's Devin with a Y.
Plug. I love a plug always. Respect it.
And you can click like enroll and you can sign up for free basically. And it means that we will just keep you in mind for any of the clients that we're working with. And we work with some bomb ass people. Some people I'm sure some of you have heard of and know, but confidentiality, I cannot tell you, but we do. Okay. And we work with like just good people, from school teachers to people that are, you know, billionaires that maybe were featured in movies and things like that. Like we work with a lot of different people.
I'm pretty sure billionaires is gonna have some people signing up. Once the word billionaire comes out, it's like, oh, there's.
But we work with men and women, and that's why we work with school teachers as well. So it's not one of those where it's like, oh, young girls with really old rich dudes. That's not our jam. You know, they exist and all, not to discriminate. I dated old people before, but it's a little bit like more diverse in that way. And we work with a variety of people. If you're a good person and you feel like you want someone to annoy in your life right now, we got you. Like that we want to bring that love to you. That's why we're here.
And so does matchmaking change? Is it like, are the rules different for, like, how do people get together? What are they doing, like video dates? What happens?
Yeah, so some are doing like initial video dates. And while this may be an unpopular opinion, you guys, but video dating is actually not terrible. Some people aren't good on video, which I get. But it helps you slow things down because, like, have you ever been in a room? And I know you've been married for 59 million years, Michael, so it may be hard for you to remember, or this may happen to you every time you see your beautiful wife, who I've had the pleasure of meeting once. But, you know, sometimes you get on a date, maybe you have a Jell-O shot or two, like I just did before this interview, and, you know, you're feeling the heat and the vibe, and you kind of lose your mind a little. Like, you're a little, you know, you haven't had some in a while, so they start, like, doing things you know, before you get to know the person, like before you realize that they have terrible taste in restaurants, you're now in bed with them and you regret it later. Video dates help alleviate that, right? Because
that's true.
Now they talk and you got to keep it in your pants for a little longer and get to know them a little better. And then people progress to real dates. And especially now, it's still like warm-ish. So you can go out to a park and go on a date. That's actually a really cute date. And it's cost effective as a dude, like picnic basket, blanket that you had at your house. Wash it, please, first, but like blanket.
Please wash that blanket.
Some, some cheese and snacks and like some juice or wine. Done.
And maybe that's good, right? You have like the barrier of the internet first. You're like, right. So it can't happen that easily. And then you go to the park and you're still like kind of staying socially distant. So there's like a lot of hurdles to clear, a natural slowing down.
A lot of hurdles, and as much as impatient as we are in society, and as much as I'm sure some people are like, that's old school, F that noise. Look, we all know that we appreciate things more that were not easily given to us. That is not a new concept. I did not make that up, right? Like right now, I would appreciate silence a lot because these loud ass cars behind me are like not making my life.
I can't tell, but it seems like you were sitting in the road.
Almost. It was either that or this crazy emo music that this beer garden is playing at the other end of the thing. So
amazing. I appreciate the sacrifice.
Of course, for you. So we appreciate things we work for a little bit, and therefore we're finding relationships not only happening, but we're finding like people are really jamming and vibing and getting closer in a way that they may not have before because they would have effed it up by pulling it out of their pants too soon. You know.
I got you. That makes sense. Yeah. If you were to give a tip to somebody starting to date, like let's say they just came out of the got broken up with in the middle of COVID, right? Trying to get back on that horse. What's step one? Is step one 3dayrule.com/Devin? Is that step one?
I love a good plug. Yeah, that's actually step 1.5.
Okay.
Step one is just take a minute to like shake that person off. Just a breeze, just a second. Just shake it off a little bit. Like let their energy go. You know what? It means something better is coming your way. They're an idiot. If they're dumb enough to let you leave, then be smart enough to walk away. Like they don't deserve you.
That's the talk everybody needs. Like it's always for the best.
Yep, you're just gonna thrive. Don't like send subliminal messages to them, post on social media. Like, nope, girl, bye, boy, bye. Something better's coming. It's happening. I promise you. Then step 1.5 is 3dayrule.com/Devin. That's Devin with a Y, DEVYN. And then step 2 is just like, now we're going to reevaluate, right? It's like if you were driving somewhere, right? Because we're not flying now. So if you're driving somewhere, you plot out where you're trying to go in these road trips a little bit. Like, and you may have surprises and fun stops you got along the way, but no one really gets in their car except for those ridiculous movies. And they're like, I'm just going to drive and go. But people approach their love life like that. Like, they're just like, I just want a person. And it's like, well, you could end up a lot of places with a lot of different types of people. So maybe pick a couple things that matter to you. Do you want a person who wants to do Jello shots with you at a beer garden in the middle of Monday? I do. That's my fiance's here with me eating my chicken wings. Or do you want someone who's like really motivated in their career? Do you want someone who's into gaming? Do you want someone who's funny? Like, all of those things, just pick a couple. Nobody wants a long ass list. Nobody's going to 100 destinations at once, but pick a couple of those things. So that way, now when you start dating and when you meet people, you have a baseline of how to evaluate them, right? Like, imagine when you applied for your job, there were certain requirements they were looking for from you. Nobody just was like, I'm hiring people, whoever just shows up gets the job. Like, nah, there were like a couple things, even if it was basic, like don't eat the McDonald's French fries, which is a challenge because I would struggle with that. But
is that a challenge? Did they give you don't eat French fries?
No, but I mean, I feel like they wouldn't want you eating all their food, and I feel like I would eat all of the French. It'd be
I got
that.
You. Understood.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the ice cream, but their ice cream machine never works. We know that. So think about that stuff too, and that'll make the matchmaker's job easier, but it'll also make your job easier just when you meet people. Because if you see someone isn't going in the same direction or doesn't want the same things, then like, I don't care how hot they are. Like, don't try not to hit it and quit it. If you do hit it, still you should quit it. But either way, like, don't invest a lot of time in that person because they're not a good match for you long term.
I know a few people who are in a situation where they are no longer in long-term relationships, and this is like the best advice I've ever heard.
Oh, thanks.
What I'm saying to them is just trash. I'm
I
like, just get out there and whatever you see, that's your life now.
People's friends give the worst advice. Look, when you go to a sip and paint, right? You don't listen to your friends sitting next to you telling you. A sip and paint. You've been to sip and paint where you drink wine. See, there's an instructor who's like actually an artist or something. I don't know. And they paint this big picture and they give you each canvas and you have a drink minimum. So you order drinks and then you're supposed to replicate that, you know.
I've heard of this. I've never done it.
It's so good. You should take your wife. Stop being cheap. Take your wife. It's an experience. It's good. You can probably do it at home using YouTube. But you should go.
Stop yelling at me.
Okay. All right. But you wouldn't have your friend sitting next to you telling you how much purple or blue you need to add to your picture. Like, you'd be like, back the fuck up. This is my picture. I mean, I'll listen to the instructor. I'm not listening to you. I'm paying my own canvas. When people listen to their friends who give badass advice, even if that friend's in a good relationship, but that friend's giving all kinds of effed up advice, talking about you need to add, you know, black to the sunset. Like, no, you do paint your own picture, and like, I'm a focus on my own picture. So be wary of your.
You're coming with like just intensely great analogy after analogy. Boom. We got the driving thing. We got the painting. This is beautiful. Devin, I know that you have to leave. But before you go, I'm not sure if you saw this, but with Taylor, we play a little game.
Yes.
I'll guess the correct number. It's from 1 to 1,000.
I'm going to steal that game, by the way. I'm totally
no chance you will get it. But if you do get it, we are going to donate $25 to the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition.
Okay.
So it's 1 to 1,000. Take your time, like whatever number you feel like is the right number, and just
wait.
Take
Let's see if I don't know. And then I guess so 6.
The number. Sorry, just so I'm clear, the number was 6.
Yeah, 6.
That is correct. Incredible.
Oh my God.
You got it.
Another number, and last minute I just like changed it with a 6. It's amazing.
The absolute drama. I mean, there was so much in that just little game that I feel like this is probably going to air on Sports Center as well.
That was amazing. I love that game. So good.
Devin Simone, everyone, you can check her out at 3dayrule.com / Devin. She's on Instagram. She's on Twitter. She's on all the things. She's on like half the TV shows. Devin Simone, thanks so much for doing this, Devin.
Thank
You're the best.
So
Enjoy your wings.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Okay, that was, you had Taylor Ortega. You had Anna Cruz Kayne. You had Devin Simone. You had Kuko. Kuko, where are you at? You back?
I'm back.
This was really fun. Next week also is going to be a fun show. We're going to be talking with my very close personal friend, Darcy Carden, who is just one of the greats. You're one of the greats. Thanks for watching. Kuko, do you want to play us out a little bit or what?
I'll play this out. Let's see what I got.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. This was lunch with Michael Cruz Kayne. It was a lot of fun. We saw Taylor Ortega, we saw Devin Simone, we saw Anna Cruz Kayne. See you later, folks.